Hello friends, welcome to Computer Coder. Do subscribe to Computer Coder for more coding updates. This is Java tutorial. Today we're going to see about variables and data types in Java. Variables. Variable is a name given to a memory location. The value stored in a variable can be changed during program execution. In Java, all the variables must be declared before they use. We can declare a variable in Java by defining the data type followed by variable name and ends with semicolon. There are three types of variables in Java. First, local variable. A variable defined within a block or method is known as local variable. Instance variable. Variable declared in a class outside any method or block is known as instant variable. They are also known as non-static variables. Static variables. Variables declared using a static keyword within a class outside any method or constructor is known as static variable. Data types. Majorly, there are two types of language, statically typed and dynamically typed. If the variable type is already known to the compiler, it is known as statically typed. For example, Java. Dynamically typed language. This language can receive different data types over time. For example, Python. Data types in Java. Primitive data type. Primitive data type are only single value and has no special capabilities. Primitive data type in Java are Boolean, character, integer, short, byte, long, float, and double. Non-primitive data type can have collections of various values and special capabilities. Non-primitive data types are string, array, class, object, and inference. Let us open a Java file and name it as variables. Let me quickly complete the code and explain it later. Boolean data type. The size of the Boolean data type is 1 bit. The value of Boolean data type is either true or false. The default value of Boolean data type is false. Byte data type. The size of the byte data type is 1 byte. The value range of byte data type is -128 to 127. The default value of byte data type is 0. Short data type. The size of the short data type is 2 bytes. The range of short variable is -32,768 to 32,767 and default value of short variable is 0. Integer data type. Integer data type. The size of the int data type is 4 byte. The default value of int data type is 0. Long data type. The size of the long data type is 8 bytes and the default value of long is 0. All these 4 elements are used to store numbers depending upon their value range. Character data type. Character data type are used to store single characters. The size of the character data type is 2 bytes and the default value of the character data type is 0. Floating point data type. The size of the floating point data type is 4 bytes. The default value of floating point data type is 0. Floating point data type can store 7 decimal digits. Double data type. The size of the double data type is 8 bytes. The default value of double data type is 0. Double data type can store 16 decimal digits. Both floating point and double data types are used to store decimal point numbers. Let us initialize some variables which we declared and print those variables. In long data type, we can add up to 20 characters. So in order to avoid confusion, we can specify underscore in between numbers. We can run the code and you can see the output over here. Now we can take out all the underscore specified in the numbers and run the code, and you can see that there is no difference between the outputs. The long variable has L over the last. The letter L at the end of the long variable indicates that the number is a long. If we haven't specified L, the number will be taken as integer. Same way in float, we need to specify the letter F. Okay guys, thank you for watching and subscribe to Computer Coder.